Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. I'm a licensed cognitive behavior therapist and a licensed mental health counselor. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the contents in this channel. This is for entertainment purpose only, strictly for entertainment purpose. This is the case of Nicola Jane Bulley, a 45-year-old mother who was reported missing in St. Michael's, Lancashire, on the 27th of January. She was last seen near the River Tor part in Garston Road that has many blind spots, and there's a lack of CCTV footage there. Nicola was reported missing to the police after 11. The police's hypothesis is that she fell in the river. But the search teams, divers, police divers, SGI team, Peter Folding, all of them have scrutinized the river banks, and Nicola was nowhere to be found. The spot that Nicola would have fallen in was only 2 feet to 3 feet. It was shallow, so she couldn't have gone far if she fell there. I wanted you all to listen to this question and this answer, please, from Lancashire Police, from the detective who had Nicola's case, Rebecca Smith.
Nicola has been missing. How confident are you and your team that you'll find Nicola Bulley alive?
I hope with all my heart that we find Nicola Bulley alive, more than anything.
How confident are you?
I have told you that my working hypothesis is at the moment, through all the information that we have gathered, that the likelihood is that Nicola has unfortunately gone in the river.
We now know this was a mum of two, vulnerable, with ongoing struggles.
As soon as she was reported missing, following the information that was provided to the police by her partner Paul.
Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. I'm a licensed cognitive behavior therapist and a licensed mental health counselor. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the contents in this channel. I'd like to start by thanking all my subscribers, all my viewers, for all the kindness, the support, the interesting comments you leave behind, the mindfulness and the professionalism. I really do appreciate each and every viewer and subscriber of mine. And I'd love to send my condolences to Nicola's parents, daughters, loved ones, her family, for the loss of their sister, daughter, mother, partner, friend. So I'd really like to do that because we are trying to find out the truth of what happened to Nicola Bulley, but we always have to keep in mind that Nicola lost her life. So we're no longer talking about a person who's here with us in the world. So we should always show decency, mindfulness, and respect for the living and for the dead. Nicola was reported missing, like we're aware of, on the 27th of January. She was last seen at the River Tor part at 9:15. The first timeline statement said that Nicola was last seen at 9:10. The second press conference, conducted again by Superintendent Sally Riley, said 9:15. Nicola's description was given as 5.3 her height. She has brown hair. In fact, it looks to me like she has light blonde hair, but she has brown hair, is stated. So that makes even the description questionable. Allegedly. This is for entertainment purpose only. Nicola was last seen with a brown dog, and she was labeled immediately as a high-risk person. But the risk, what kind of risk she was struggling with, wasn't mentioned. Later down the line, I believe a week later, a couple of days later, the whole timeline did a U-turn on us. Complete U-turn. The timeline came from the river tour part at 9:15, 9:10, to Nicola last being seen in the field, the upper field. And Nicola's mobile device moved to the bench, or made its way to the bench. I don't know how a mobile device moves to a bench or how it makes way to the bench, but that was the timeline and the story narrative we were given. Even if Nicola's phone was found at 9:20, let's say it was found 9:20, why did it take an hour and 20 minutes for the police to be called? Is really interesting for me. Why would it take so long for the police to be called? Why is a primary school being called before the police? St. Michael's Primary School, where Nicola Bulley, may she rest in peace, his daughters attend, were called before the police. Paul was called before the police because the primary school called him and then they called the police. Lancashire police came down there and before they came down, they called Paul and told him to make his way home as soon as possible. If you are a police or detective, wouldn't you want the missing person, his partner, spouse, mother, father, brother, sister, best friend, the person who knows them best, to be around to help to search? The only incident I remember that the police asked someone to stay at home, which we found out later on they weren't even asked to stay home, was the case of Orlin and Orson West. Do you all remember that Trezell and Jacqueline insisted, "Oh, we were told to stay at home. We were told to stay at home." That's what they told the reporters. And when Sheriff John Walker was asked in California City, he said nobody asked them to stay at home. So we don't even know if what Nicola Bulley, his husband, her partner, Paul, is allegedly saying. We don't know if it's truth or we don't know if it's a lie. We will only find out later on if there's a court case. But it looks like this case is being ruled as an accident. Rebecca Smith, superintendent, the detective of the case, was assigned to the case on Monday. Nicola was reported missing on the 27th. So why would a detective be assigned to the case on a Monday? Somebody is literally missing. One of the worst things, worst nightmares, not a dream like Paul said, that can happen to a human being. Aren't you supposed to get a superintendent immediately on the case? And I mean, even if you get them on Monday, why didn't they get them on Friday and make the superintendent come to the crime scene, introduce herself to the parents and the family, to give them encouragement, to find out what's going on? Wouldn't that look more professional? And doesn't that show that there's more haste in the case? So the question is, was Nicola really missing that day? Or was Nicola allegedly missing another day? Because I don't see so much immediate attention. The superintendent was assigned to the case on the 29th, Monday, January, the 29th of January on a Monday. But we didn't see her until she gave the press conference 2 days before Nicola was found, 3 days before Nicola was found. So is it strange that we, the public, lose trust? When we get different timelines, is it strange that we, the public, lose trust again? When we see friends of Nicola, the partner of Nicola, allegedly, not showing much emotions, are we overjudging? I can speak for myself. I don't think I'm overjudging. I'm not even judging, but I think, in fact, I'm underjudging. I've never seen a whole village not talking. I've never seen not a whole village, that would be wrong, but half of the village that are involved in this case or know Nicola being so defensive. I can understand the TikTokers when they're defensive against them. Not all TikTokers, but many TikTokers went there just to tamper with the case. But they went there because they knew something wasn't right. They have no right to cross people's residence or dig up graves. Absolutely not. But all of those things may not have happened if we got more information. What happened to the two separate witnesses who said they saw two people in a red van that morning on the 27th of January around the areas Nicola was last seen? And one of them was hiding their faces. You heard the superintendent, Rebecca Smith, clearly say, "Oh, we've been getting so much wrong information, and but what we can do about, we will check into that and let you know." Where are all the dash cameras? All the dash cams? I believe that Nicola allegedly, this is my opinion only, was abducted. Something happened to Nicola near the riverside or near the river Tor. I do believe it was Nicola on the CCTV footage, definitely. But I believe the reason that Paul sent Grizzly True Crime the footage, just help me out here, guys, and leave it in the comments. Could it be possible that the second CCTV footage that was sent to Gizla K, Grizzly True Crime, could it be possible that the real CCTV footage had arguments? Maybe Paul and Nicola, allegedly, may she rest in peace, were arguing because you could see in the CCTV footage they weren't talking. Nicola seemed upset, even the way she was walking. She was walking in a haste. It wasn't like she was late, but she just looked like she wanted to get away from a certain person's face. So we don't know what allegedly happened the night before. Because clearly our father said she was in a good mood, and he saw on Thursday night. He said she was happy at work. So what happened to his beautiful daughter? Something happened. Like Paul said, someone knows something. Something happened. He said to find out what it is. So here we are to help Paul find out what happened to Nicola Bulley. Why weren't the police listening to the family when they're saying Nicola did not fall in the river? It's because Paul knows something, allegedly. That's what I believe. When he says, I want the whole place to be scrutinized, the river is not what happened, I believe he's giving us hints. He knows something. He could be threatened, maybe allegedly, to keep quiet. He could have got up himself in some kind of mess, because we know he has a lot of debts, allegedly. So maybe he was told, if you talk, you'll be silenced too, allegedly. Because let's start with the main fact. Nicola did not fall in the river. This whole thing with the timelines and everything that is happening is supposed to be a distraction for us, so that we don't get to the truth. So that every time we watch one clip or a mainstream news channel, or we hear a police conference, that we get more confused than we were. That is the aim. That is the plan. To keep us distracted, to make this seem like it's a mystery when it's not. It's not a mystery. Nicola fell in the river. No, sorry, Nicola did not fall in the river. They said Nicola fell in the river. No, there's no mystery about that. Unless Nicola was taken to the other side of the river, and whoever abducted her knew, allegedly, that there wasn't CCTV footages in the part he took, and they could have sadly thrown Nicola on the other side. That is possible. That's what I believe. But what I most likely believe is Nicola was taken away from that area. She was abducted. Allegedly, this is my opinion only. And after she was abducted, wherever they put her, they only know, but she was back in the river after Sky News finished that timeline. And after the police finished their searches. Could it be possible that is just allegedly, this is my speculation only without blaming anyone, could it be possible that that is the reason Paul was keeping on saying the river is not what happened, and I want every outdoor building to be checked, I want everything to be scrutinized? He was talking more about the landscapes and everything outside besides the river. Could it be possible that Paul insisted on that so that everyone leaves the river? Like indirectly, he was trying to tell people disperse. Because when people disperse and when the search is halted, then all of a sudden, Nicola's back in the river. But she couldn't be found by so many divers who searched 2-3 miles the first day. I heard 1 mile, I've heard 2 miles, but they search a quite lengthy location the first day. The second day more, the third day more. I believe after a week, Peter Folding and the SGI team was there with their sonar. And they searched, and Nicola was nowhere to be found. So how could Nicola just appear on the other side of the stream? Paul said that Nicola loves Willow. That's like our third child. That's like her third child. So why would Nicola leave her third child stranded near a bench and decide to go to another spot and unlive herself? Or stand too close to the riverbank near the bench where she's always walked and just go near the riverbanks, oops, what's that, and fall down. I don't think that's what happened. This was no accident. Nicola did not fall in the river. Nicola loved and loves her children, her parents, her loved ones. She was doing well at work. Her father said she was happy. There's no reason for Nicola to unlive herself, especially near her children's school, so that they have sad memories for the rest of their life, so that they are traumatized for the rest of their lives? I don't think so. Nicola was a brilliant mother. She was a good mother. That's what all her friends say. That's what all her family say. And she just looks to be a good person. Her reputation was played with. Her confidentiality rights was breached. It was breached because her partner Paul decided to give the sensitive information, which could be true or could be a lie. It could have been part of the plan to make Nicola look like, allegedly, like she was unstable, she was losing the plot, and then 10 days later on, if there's foul play and it happened, then you just say, oh, I told you all that Nicola was unstable. Remember, y'all came on the 10th of January. Y'all came with the ambulance. Y'all saw how she was behaving. Are we even sure that the police went to that location? Allegedly. I don't know anymore what's true. Everything is questionable. The ambulance crew had to go to Nicola's house. Did she break her foot? Was it a massive headache she was having? We don't know. We don't know if Nicola was having physical issues. So it's wrong for us to be assuming that Nicola Bulley had alcohol issues. Nicola used to drink. You see in her pictures with Emma, with Paul, with her friends, that she has a glass of wine in her hand, and you could see that it's an occasion. She's well dressed, she's smiling. That's one thing, may God bless her soul, that I love about Nicola without even knowing her. She's just got that smile that will light your face. Sometimes, I don't know about your subscribers and viewers, but haven't you all noticed at times you can read people just through their face? If they have empathy, or I hate to say this, if they're evil even. Nicola is just one person you get positive vibes with. Every picture see, she has a smile on her face. She has a dog.